Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. Here I am back at B&B Tackle. There's my good friend Wayne. So B&B Tackle is right here in Belle Chasse, off of Belle Chasse Highway, right next to Domino's Pizza. You can't miss it. And you can also put it into your maps or your GPS. Just Google it and you'll get here just fine. So I am headed to Pensacola, Florida with my good friend Ray. So we're going to be fishing off the pier. By the time you're seeing this, I've already come back home and curled up in bed, but I need to get some stuff, and Wayne is going to hook us up with some stuff, and he's going to show us what we're going to need. So we are going to be targeting Pompano. I'm going to be targeting Pompano and Spanish Mack, and if the hardtails are there, I'm going to be using the Sabiki for those. But let's look at some rods and some reels for Pompano, and then we're going to move on to Spanish Macks. What you got here, Ray?
We got the Pin Prevail, a 9-foot medium rod.
9-foot medium pin rod. Wow. So this would be for throwing out a Pompano rig. I'm going to be using stuff like sand fleas, fish bites on a double rig. We might be using shrimp too. So this would be really good for just surf fishing for Pompano or the pier. It's a nice 9-foot rod. Now this is retailing here for $90, right?
Yes.
$89.99. And then what else we got here?
This is the HMG inshore 8-foot heavy.
This would be good for the rig too, and you could probably throw a big lure with this.
Yeah, correct. Especially like for the mackerels, you're throwing any bigger bait, stuff like that, it'll work real good for.
This would be good for kings, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And other things, and maybe Spanish Mack, but Spanish Mack aren't just so big. So let's look at what is this rod retailing for.
That one's about 150, 160.
Woo! But it's a nice rod.
Yeah.
What else we got?
And this is the favorite, the Old Salty.
What's Old Salty? How long is this?
I believe it's a 7/8.
7/8.
Yeah.
This would be good for throwing different lures. Now we're about to cover some Pompano baits.
Yeah, correct.
This would be good for lures. This would also be good for throwing Pompano rigs, because you're not going to be always fishing for Pompano in deep water. We're probably going to be fishing for them in 12 to 15, maybe 20 feet of water, but not deep at all. So this would be okay, but this would be really good for throwing one of those bucktails from Pompanos, and I'm about to show you those soon. Here
that
we go.
One's actually on sale too.
Oh, it's on sale?
Yep.
Oh, it's on sale. Is this a onesie?
Yep.
What's it on sale for?
50% off of 129, so
50% off 129?
Yep.
50% off. So it retails for 129, and right now it's 50% off. I like that. Let me think. All right, Wayne is going to show us a rod for throwing lures for Spanish Mack off the pier.
I like the Falcon Coastal 7 medium heavy.
What is this again?
It's a Falcon Coastal 7-foot medium heavy.
Falcon Coastal medium heavy 7-foot. And what is this retailing for?
Those are right at 80, I believe, 80 and 90.
80 or 90? Oh, $89.99. Wow, I like that.
And this is the Castaway Pro Sport and 7-foot medium heavy as well.
Wow. All onesies?
All one-piece rods, yeah.
This would be good for throwing lures for Spanish Mack or Pompano.
And you could also put Sabikis on it too and fish Sabikis with them.
Yeah, so we were going to cover Sabiki rods. Now, the thing about Sabiki rods, they do make rods especially for it, but honestly, there are a lot of rods that you can use for the Sabiki. You don't have to get something special. You could get something like that. You could even go super cheap and get a Shakespeare. I think you do have some Shakespeares here, don't you?
Possibly.
Possibly. When I'm doing the Sabiki off a pier, I tend to like something around 7 foot. I don't usually go any shorter than that. I sometimes go like 7, 8, or even 8 foot, but I'm usually standing on a bucket too. So we can't talk about rods without talking about reels for Spanish Mack and Pompano. There's a lot of reels that you can use, different line, but there is the ideal spectrum for that, right?
Correct.
So that would be
4,000 for what you're going to do.
4,000.
4,000 size.
I'm going to be using stuff like that, but I'm also going to just be using 20-pound test for the Pompano and 20 to 30-pound braid for the Spanish Mack, but probably with a leader that might be lighter, a leader of fluorocarbon. We got a large selection of reels to choose from large to very small. Pretty good place for good reels, top end, and you know, your medium, reasonably priced type reels. Even got some over here on sale. Now we're going to cover baits, lures for Pompano. He showed me these over here. I'm going to choose this bucktail and this bucktail. Also have a good selection of Sabikis here, but I have plenty. Now we're looking for Spanish Mack. You're going to show me some.
Yeah, like they got all the mirror lures, twitch baits. Some are suspending, some of them's going to be sinking.
Ooh, it's going to be hard to make up my mind. Black and gold is what I'm thinking.
And then they also have Rapala, the X-Wraps. They got their twitch baits. They got a few different colors in that.
Those are good for Spanish Mack?
Yes.
Well, you can also throw a lot of spoons.
Yes.
We'll take a look at those now.
All right, and you got all your spoons here. You got your Johnsons, which are real popular. Then you go to your little Cleos.
The little Cleo?
Yeah. Yeah, those are real good. And then they got
Would that be good for throwing off the pier?
Yeah.
That's not very heavy though.
Nothing.
But if you're not throwing into the wind, you could probably get a good distance with that.
Yeah, and then they have like the 2/5, the bigger size. We really don't carry too many of the spoons like that. Just there's so much grass down here, redfish and everything's going to be weedless. It's a Clarkson spoon.
Clarkson spoon.
Yeah.
That's a little bigger.
Yeah.
You think that would work?
Yeah, a little bigger profile. And then how it's got them crazy angles in it, that's going to show a lot more light.
It's going to flash a lot.
Yeah.
Let's add to the selection here. We got that Clarkson spoon there. And we got this little Cleo Gold. That's 2/5 of an ounce. And then we got this other 1/4 little Cleo, and that's silver. This is probably where I'm going to be getting stuck because I don't know what I want. I'm going to get a twitching lure, and there's just so many. In case you're wondering, I've never caught Spanish Mack. I have caught maybe a couple Pompano in my life. A little bit new for me. I have been down to Florida and done some pier fishing. Never the Pensacola Pier. Navarre Pier is where I've usually gone. And it's been a long time. All right, here's my full selection of stuff I'm getting for this trip. Got these bucktail jigs. These would probably catch Mack too, Spanish Mack and Pompano. And then we got these spoons I've already shown you. And here's my selections of mirror lures. We got this suspending twitching lure. Look how bright and shiny that is. And I got this sinking twitching lure by Mirror Lure. Almost out of here. I looked over here, I saw this 50% off. I believe all these rods here are 50% off. Some good looking ones. All right guys, while he's totaling up my damage here, let me tell you, I'm really excited to be going to Florida. Thanks for watching guys and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.